सावरिया धीरे से झूला वो बनवारी। अरे 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 सावरिया गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेम्येव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुस्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीतः स नरो गुरुतल्पगः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। श्री कृष्ण हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, देव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, रे हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, नारायण वासुदेव, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, कृष्ण गोविंद, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, 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 वासुदेव। बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की नमः। पार्वती पते हर हर Hari Om. We have few questions today. Question answer session will be today. First question, I am not announcing the name of the person, but I'll just read. Some questions are long, answers may be shorter or long. If what appears in the gross is the pre-recorded play, the film has already been shot and here is it projected. There is no doership as such, then wherever one is today, is it because of the scene as per the film? Or I don't know what to ask because I don't know. Then why do people say they are either suffering or in good position in life because of so and so? When there is only God, Lord, all and all in Lord. Who is responsible for the scene of the play happening? Apart from the saying it's prarabdha karma, that it is put forth, that exists as long as one believes himself to be body or mind. So the point is that it is not right to say that everything is pre-recorded. If everything is pre-recorded, that means whatever bad actions we are doing, that is also. So there should not be any punishment because it was already pre-recorded. When we say something is pre-recorded, it means that there is the karma phal which I have given, that is already, it will come. That is recorded. But in the karma phal, what fruit of action I have, what I have to do, and what I have to think, and what should be my intention, that is not the recorded portion. Otherwise, there will be a big problem. That there will be no jiva's action will be not accountable for. Krit pranash will be there, and krit abhyagam will be there. Anybody is not doing anything then. So whole srishti will collapse, the very fruit will collapse, and nobody is responsible for bad action, good action. Certain portion, like it is our hall, you cannot walk everywhere. You cannot walk across the wall. You have certain places you cannot walk throwing the table away. You can walk some places, you have to, somewhere you have to align to that position. So in our life, certain things where have to happen, it will happen, definitely, that was recorded. So much sorrow I had to get this person, I had to get this much of money, I had to get this disease, I had to be married to this person, or I had to have this parents, or I have to have this kind of body, this kind of education, this kind of place I had to be born into. I'll get this kind of child. I have to get this kind of surroundings, friends. Many things what comes unexpected in your life is what is called pre-recorded portion. But what we do with what we have, that is not the pre-recorded, that you have to work on. And when people say that they are suffering because of somebody, of course they are wrong. Either they are suffering because of their inactions, that suffering has to come. If it has not come through this person, it would have come through another person. को न काहो के दुख सुख कर दाता निज कृत कर्म भोग सुनु ब्राता. Lakshman ji said that nobody is giver of sorrow. If this person was absent, another person will come to give you sorrow. Other person will come to give you joy. So three things are not pre-recorded. What intention you will see, what action you will have, and what desire you will have corresponding to what you get. And there is a big space of acting something. You can still do something and create new fruits of action, good words, better, whatever is there. That is not where you have to be worried about. So, who is responsible for the scene? of course our actions are there. And and one who delivers the fruit of action is the God, who is the one. Everywhere He gives the fruit of action depending on our own past. And of course He can alter. He is the Supreme. And He can prompt me to do certain good actions if we have prayed well. So there are three factors coming into play. One is in our life, one is what I could not remove even if I wanted. Second is my intention, desire and actions. And third is the prayer, Ishwar and Tapasya. These three portions will shape whatever sorrows and joy we get. We cannot say Lord is doing everything. Lord is doing everything. When this sentence is made, it is said that ultimately whatever ultimate fruit will be decided by Him only. Intermediate you can do like that. So this is the point. So certain times we feel that we are not doing anything, everything Lord is doing. That is not the right thing to say, that everything only Lord is doing. That this sentence, many people who do bad action, they get a strength from this statement that God only is making me drink, God is making me smoke, God is making me hit you. So that is not what is said. What cannot be avoided in your life, you have to accept it was Lord's play. Certain time you take lot of medications and that medications don't work at all. It had worked on somebody but me didn't work. You can say yes, somewhere Lord's play is there. A certain person I wanted he should come in my life, he didn't come. A certain person I want should go away, he doesn't go. So, or certain kind of money I want. Somewhere where you feel limitation, there of course you can experience the Lord's will very easily. But wherever you are doing also something, for a long time if you can do something, some good actions, long time, then definitely there is somewhere Lord is playing in that long-term good action. Otherwise He can stop it. So our own unavoidable situation and people. Number 2, the set of intention, desire and action. And number 3, my prayer, austerity, my tapasya, upasana. These things act. These 3 things play a role in making my present experience what I have. Yes, we will definitely say Lord has endorsed it, but everything He alone is doing, nobody else is doing. This is a wrong way of putting it. So that is one question. Other question is a sequel of this question. It is in Hindi, I'll put in English. हरिओम स्वामी जी, भगवान के हम अंश हैं लेकिन हमारे हाथ में कुछ नहीं है. उसकी माया बड़ी लुभावनी है लेकिन उसमें फंसना नहीं है. माया हमें बहुत अच्छी लगती है लेकिन उससे दुख प्राप्त होगा, इस कारण से वैराग करना है. तो हमें निर्माण क्यों किया ईश्वर ने, और वह खुद सूक्ष्म है और हमें उन्हें प्राप्त करना है. हमें ईश्वर ने इतनी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन में क्यों डाल दिया. अब भाई when I meet God, I'll put this question. Go, Maya badi lobhavni hai. The point is, understood the question. Maya is very attractive, but we like Maya, and then we say that we should have dispassion from the same Maya because we will have sorrow. Why did Ishwar create so much Maya for us? And why He has put us in such a difficult situation? भगवान को क्यों दोष दिया जाए भाई. देखो, one person, he gave, when the architect gave him the drawing, the complete picture, then he said, "Was such a nice place. You had put me in such a room, such a attractive room you have made." Maya, why will Bhagavan has given me what I had desired? Kangshanta karmanam siddhim yajanta ye devata kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. So when I desired, I wanted man, woman, I wanted money, I wanted the dazzling city. Bhagavan has created everything for us. If I had not ordered, then why will it come to me? Somewhere I had ordered. Gurudev was sitting at one place and around 7, 8 people were serving him. Somebody is putting gajar halwa, somebody is putting this, somebody is putting that, somebody is putting. He said, get out. Everybody get out from here. Only the host was called. And then he said very quietly and casually, he said, it's not their fault. I must have ordered this. That many people should feed me like that. Maybe in some birth. So the point is, we only want something and then say Bhagwan's Maya is Bhagwan's Maya is attractive because we are not attracted towards the truth. Truth and attraction of Maya doesn't go together. So Bhagwan has not made it. Bhagwan has made because we order it. I think the last yagna was in Jaipur. I told one point, our vritti becomes paristhiti. One point I had mentioned that what is our vritti, whatever is the thought, becomes a situation. Thought plus good karma will give you lot of situation. Thought plus bad karma will give you another kind of situation. But thought alone grossifies. So why to bring Ishwar into picture? Ishwar is just the, what shall I say, like the, that pizza boy is there. So he is a dispenser of the fruits of action, what you wanted. See, you did not want the dazzle, supposing you are living in the ashram. You didn't want the dazzle of the city life. If you go to Durban city, there is something called Durban city, there is something called theatres, there is something called dances, something called music, something called a lot of vishayas there, drinking bar. Nobody is asking you to drink. Nobody is asking you to dance with somebody. Nobody is asking you to indulge in certain sense objects. Rather, if you go and indulge, you will be in trouble. So why? Because we had not ordered it. In my life, even as a student, not one person offered me a cigarette. Many friends were there, they were smoking many times, but not in front of me. Some were drinking also, but never in front of me. They never will come also in front of me. They'll keep quiet, they'll go somewhere else. But nobody dared also to ask me, will you smoke or will you drink? Because I had not ordered in my life. Or nobody, when I was hardly 15, 16, 17, 18, no girl came to say that to propose to me also. Throughout my life. Because I had not ordered it, therefore there was nothing very attractive for me. Not once I went for any dance program or any concert or any musical program or any drama or seeing some big film star in the city. Nobody was asking me to go also, neither I knew these things. When I came in the education, then I knew more about dance, more about drama, more about the outside world, then I even knew. What you had not ordered, God will not tempt you. You only by your thinking had ordered the tempting situation. Or nobody said that I hate you a lot or I don't like you a lot or get out. That situation was not there. You can see in your lives also. It's not my life only. Your life also you can see. Yes, if by thinking you had thought I want something very dazzling city, lot of money, lucre and all these things, then your situation will be different. So God is just giving you something. Whatever I have, supposing I didn't know what to order, unconsciously I have ordered something wrong, supposing, or I have thought, and then if that is there, then it is your work, then you have to rewind the process, and again you have to develop dispassion as it's said. So Bhagwan, don't bring Bhagwan why he made us like that. Bhagwan has nothing to do. Gurudev used to give example, if the car has met an accident, don't blame the petrol. petrol should not be blamed for the accident of the car. You didn't know how to drive and then you met an accident. Sometimes out of frustration people say like that, why Bhagwan made like that? Why Bhagwan? One person told me after listening, why Bhagwan doesn't give me devotion? Why? I said, you ask. He said, why should I ask? You should have given me. After listening to whole Bhagavad. Well, why Bhagwan did not give me devotion? He said, I don't do puja. I said, why? He said, if he doesn't eat what I have given as prasad, I'll throw the murti. This is not the way. The point is, this is not the way. The way. Bhagwan is, why are you bringing Bhagwan? Why? I said, you ask devotion. He will give, but why should I ask? He should give me without asking. I said, this is not the rule. The karma will give the karma phal. Without the karan, karya won't be there. Okay? So don't bring God unnecessarily when you are in trouble. Why give Bhagwan? दुनिया बनाने वाली ऐसी दुनिया क्यों बनाई? ये सब बेकार की बात है. You have created a problem and then you bring God. Because such questions who ask, sometimes when my attachment is not met properly, then I say, why God is giving? Your attachment gave the trouble, your ahankar gave the trouble, your hatred gave the trouble. And that is your own thinking, and God definitely would have told you through some way that please don't go on this path, this is wrong path. But bringing God into such areas, I feel, is not right. Okay? So we are there, God has just given it. God does few things. What God does, I'll tell you what He does. Whatever is your weaknesses, number one, God puts you in a situation so that you are exposed. Number one point God does. If you have a weakness of calm, God will expose you towards so that your calm comes out and you are blacklisted. So that you develop dispassion. If you are anger, God will put with somebody who will provoke you also. If you have jealousy, God will put with somebody who's getting a lot what you don't have. This is what Bhagwan did to Arjun when he said, Bhishma Drona Pramukhtaha Sarvesham Cha Mahikshatam. He put the chariot between Bhishma and Dronacharya. So God is the one who tries to remove that weakness, therefore He wants to show it. Number one. Number two, if my intentions are not very good in any action, or my hankar is there while acting, He will see that my actions fail. Second point. My actions don't have a long life, it will collapse, my projects will collapse. Third thing what God will do, if I am very humble-minded and very devoted person and very simple person, God will see that I rise in life. Avimana dveshatatvat danya priyatvacha. Not everybody will get. This is where God's help or His not help will come in life. Ramkrishna Paramahansa used to give an example. Grace is like that. When the boat is there, and if the boat has to go faster, the wind will come in the same direction. And it will take you towards the goal. If it doesn't want, then the wind will come in the opposite direction. That is what the grace is there. And Hanumanji was burning Lanka, automatically the wind started blowing. Marut chale unchas. Automatically it all happened there. So somewhere when you are doing good action, yes, God will come. If you are not doing good, if you are doing bad action, God will see that your attempts fail. And if I have some weaknesses, God will see that it comes out. If, of course, I am a seeker. For a seeker, it's more. For a worldly person, is not interested. Out of question. These things are God. But why God will just throw me in, God has made me foolish? No, God, we made foolish. He didn't listen to God, therefore we are foolish. And we have habituated by not listening, so our foolishness in due time has increased after birth. And therefore, it has become a difficult situation now. But ultimately, just putting all the blame on the God, I think that is not right. God will be foolish. That why will God create Maya? Who can create ignorance? Maya is ignorance. If God creates ignorance, then he will be from knowledge ignorance has come or what? From knowledge Maya and ignorance are anadi. He has not created anything. Only thing he is warning is not to be trapped by that. That God will always protect. So this is another similar type of questions. Especially when a person fails many times or he is disappointed, he starts blaming the God, and as if God has done something wrong and God is biased towards me, doesn't like me, God is hating me and doesn't like me, therefore it is a lot of problem for me. So these things God does not do, he has better work. Why will God be so much anti me? He is Mata Pita Hamasya Jagata, Mata Dhata Pita Maha. He is the mother and father. Why he will create anything? We think like we are Jakki, God is also Jakki kind of person. He does something silly for me and therefore my life is spoiled. Aisa nahi hai. Next question. Pujya Swamiji Pranipad. I have couple of doubts. Isn't it my dharma to bring my family members on the path of spirituality? Is it wrong to remind them how they are inviting horrible consequences by not being disciplined and not remembering Ishwar? But in doing this, I am getting only heartache and disappointment. But if everyone in the family is not in the sync, then the atmosphere at the home ceases to be sattvic. My husband enjoys your satsang but doesn't follow any of your teaching. So I get very This way we tell to everybody, why your husband. This goes with everybody. Even those husbands are here, before them also we can say. So, or wives are there. I get very disappointed as it is disregarding your teachings. Also, you keep on urging us to become soft and likable and make everyone happy like Ramji. But other talks you have said, kitna bhi kar lo, kisi ke liye is sansar mein koi kuch nahi hone wala. I am confused as what to do. Please, guys. There are two questions are there. One question is that as a dharma, definitely we should ask the children, ask the family members to come on the path. Rather, Rishabh Dev Ji says in Bhagavad, Mata na sasyat, Pita na sasyat, Guru na sasyat, and Deva na sasyat. He is not a father, he is not a wife, she is not a wife, he is not a brother who doesn't take you towards the path of the Lord, because there alone you will be secure. If somebody is going towards falling on the well, and you know there is a big well in which there is a big snakes are there, you will always shout, don't go there. It doesn't matter who is there. You'll always say, please don't go there, you will be dying, you will be caught up very badly, you cannot get out of the well. And naturally, any relative is there, anybody is there, our attempt is that he should not fall down, he should move ahead in his life. So if you have benefited, definitely you should say, persuade, but that persuasion should take two means. First is from my living, and second is through my actions and intentions. If my living itself is contradicting my action, the person who is with me, he will not be attracted to listening to my words. Attraction for anybody is when really what I speak, I live those values. I am not talking about humility, I am humility personified. I am purity personified. I am discipline personified. So then it will have much more value. Everybody wants somebody else to be better than what Someone good around me I want, someone humble, someone truthful, someone loving, someone tolerant, someone serving, someone selfless, someone, devoted, I want around me. So it is my duty, but how will I do it, that is a very important question. One thing I said, first you imbibe those values. And what people do generally, they verbally explain something and that doesn't go with the other person because other person may have seen my other side also. Therefore, he is not very interested in listening about me. Very big thing in life, what I see from Gurudev, and they earn ears. When first lecture was there in Pune, Gurudev had only 4 pairs of ear. Who wanted to listen? Nobody wanted to listen. Nobody knew him. But when he concluded his sojourn on this earth, there were millions who wanted to hear. So, when you have a substance in yourself, definitely people will now like to hear from you. When a person does not have a substance, this is what I say to parents also. But don't try to teach, try to first be that teaching what you want to teach. Then the changes come faster. Let it not be objective teaching, let it be a subjective transformation because of my presence. When you have that substance, the people around definitely get aligned to you. So this is one part of that teaching. And this mistake, many people, they only teach by words and never by themselves. I am the teaching. I am the teaching that I will teach without talking. I am that teaching. I am not something different than the teaching is not an objective science. So first things I should be much deeper, much calmer, much composed, much selfless, much more, devoted, that my thought can control somebody else's thought. In Bhagavad, at one place it is written that one whose mind is controlled, he controls the mind of uncontrolled. When an uncontrolled mind tries to control another uncontrolled mind, he will always be unsuccessful. But the controlled mind, if it is 100% controlled or more controlled mind will control a less controlled mind. It is more a controlling of mind rather than dictating some mind. And this is why saints have done such big work. So first is I have to peep inside. I have to discover my own self. I have to introspect, I have to investigate. I told the story of Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Somebody came to him and said, my son eats a lot of jaggery. So he said, come next Sunday. 4 Sundays. And after 4 Sundays, he said, okay, don't eat jaggery. He said, 4 Sundays, he said, I was also eating. To say that he should not eat, I should have first lived that value. So your devatas, when they are very powerful or definitely dominate the person who has less devatas. Gurudev, once it so happened, Gurudev said, you can meditate in front of me very quietly because of me. Very clearly he said, but alone you cannot meditate. Same meditation, in my presence you will be much more quieter and not in my absence, because my mind is controlling your mind at that time. 2 people actually, when they meet, it is the mind-to-mind interaction. And much purer mind, much brahmacharya mind, much deeper mind will always have a domination over the other mind. Therefore, saints could dominate even the kingdoms also at certain time. And they can also control the devatas and the stars also. That is their power in them, because they have mastered their mind. It is one thing is this. Second thing is there, supposing you explain to them. So first step is I have to bring a subjective transformation. Supposing I explain, it is possible a person doesn't understand, or he is doing against what I have said. But I should not get disappointment. I did my duty, and why suffer? Why I did it, and why? That means my goodness was not complete because it is laced with expectation of what I did. Teacher is a teacher because he is able to know that what he has taught is has not borne such an effect, but still he will talk. Still he will teach. Moment anything is associated with certain expectation that because I am telling to it, therefore they should have followed, they're not listening to me. So this is now apeksha has come, and apeksha will bring other problems in your life. So there is no I did it and my job is over there. Then the time will teach, God will teach in some manner. There is nobody should feel disappointed about that. Gautam Buddha was sending missionaries to other countries. So he said, he wanted to test how tough a person was. He said, if less people come then, he said, at least some people have come to listen. He said, okay, if nobody comes then, he said, at least nobody will throw me out. If nobody has come, at least they will give me some food. He said, supposing they don't give food, he said, at least they're not killing me. I will find food. They said, supposing they kill you, he said, that's also fine. I will not be committing suicide. I will not be in the sin of committing suicide. So this is the way of the person's goodness. The problem with the goodness is it is very good friend of ego actually. Goodness closest friend is the ego. If you don't get up very early in the morning, you will not compare with others that say, I got up, he didn't get up. If you don't eat onion and garlic, you will not compare, I don't eat onion garlic. You are eating onion garlic. It doesn't mean somebody is not good if he is eating onion garlic, he is not good. Any goodness is associated with the ego. The problem is this. Because I try to look down upon, or I try to feel that what he has, is very bad and I don't have. Goodness has a goodness only when it is associated with nirapekshta. Anapeksha shuchirdaksha. Nirashir yata chittatma. In 4th chapter, Bhagavan has said, Nirashir yata chittatma tyakta sarya, tyakta saraparigraha, shariram kevalam karma kurvanna apnoti kilvisham. Nirashi is very important. I did it and it is over. हमसे जो हो सकता था हमने कर दिया. After that it is not my thing. ठीक? So no, there is nothing to feel disappointed and heartache and problems. And husband, environment is not sattvic. Let it be not sattvic. Why you are forcing? Things will happen in its own time. Why should I bother about things? I cannot. There are certain things I can do. Certain things has to happen in time. A person has to change in time, maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 1 birth, 2 birth. It is not to changing is not my goal. I have created an environment and that is sufficient for me. Rather than such people, if they are not changing, they will increase your kshama vritti, daya vritti should be more than. You have to have more kshama, more daya, more sahishnata, more vishwas, more faith in God. So that you have to have vritti like that more. And when I say one should be soft, when you live with a higher person, then seva is required. When you live with a person who is not higher than you, then daya and kshama and prem is required. Everywhere softness means egolessness. Moment I have an ego, then I will become harder. Then krodh will come, kam will come, apeksha will come, fault finding will come. So all kind of negativities will come. So that should not be there. Therefore I say, not I say, but Mardhavam is one quality in 16th chapter. Mardhavam rihi achapalam. Mruduta should be there. And in the 13th chapter, Amanitvam has been mentioned, same thing as there. So one should be softer, one should be quieter, one should be, because he has to go through a very tough and difficult work. If you are hard and you go through a difficult world, you will be hurt much more times. If you are softer and you go to the difficult world, you will have lesser hurt and lesser bruises are there. Because world will not respect my hardness. He is not going to take my nonsense or my attitude or my way of thinking or my way of my working. Nobody is bothered that I like this way, therefore I am doing it. Who bothers about me? Why you are doing like that? Anybody will object to it. I went to one center, one brahmachari said, brahmachari said, people don't come to me, they don't come for work. I said, mission, they don't join for working. First thing, remove this misconception. People, what they say? We want lot of workers, we should increase mission members. Mission is not for increasing workers. I said, first step is that first love and come together. First hear, love together, then they will come together, then they may work together. But if you call somebody only for working, they will not work. Why will they work? That is not the way of that. So, and nobody will be happy. Therefore I am saying, nobody will be happy, still I will not cease to give the love and joy. Love is not dependent on people are happy, therefore I should love. They are not happy, therefore I will stop loving. This is not loving, that was attachment only. Any goodness is stopping because of certain reasons, that means that goodness was not my intrinsic nature. It was incidental nature. I am speaking very sweet, but after some time I speak very harsh, that means sweetness was not my intrinsic nature. It was just, and anything incidental will go away at any time. You just don't know what will happen. So be totally detached. If people listen very good, don't listen very good. Bhagwan Krishna's children did not listen to him. Abhatao. Bhagwan Krishna, who respected saints so much that saints, when they came in his house, used to wash their feet, sip the water of that feet, water which was washed by the feet. Feet was washed by the water, sprinkle all over his house. Same children, Sam especially, Sam was one of his children. He put guise of the pregnant woman, he became a woman and guised as a pregnant woman and went to a saint to make fun of him, whether she will have a man or child or boy or girl. Now that saint knew and he said, this will have a pestle and mortar, it will destroy your whole family. Bhagwan Krishna's children. And then when they removed that cloth around which was tied, they found one big, pestle was there. Then they crushed it totally, powdered it and threw in the water, so that Bhagwan does not know. Ultimately Bhagwan knew everything, and from that only that grass came and they drank, it became an intoxicant, and ultimately whole family was destroyed. So here people don't listen. 99.9% I have seen people are not in a mood to listen to what we want to say. Children don't listen to their parents. So why should we bother who listens or not? We detach, one should listen very good, one should not listen very good. You maintain your beautiful character, your sweetness of your mind, and please the God, and go out of this world with some more tolerance and more tapasya. So understood that the world will not change at all. Too much changes, nothing will become swarg and nothing will become heaven and all will. I was at some center somewhere, although it was a little harder statement, but I said that no institution will be good for a long time. I think in Valmiki Ramayana only I said this point. No institution, no house will be perfect and good for a long time, it will definitely meant a crash. It is meant to crash later on sooner. So don't try to improve a system too much. It is the God's area to improve. Who will improve? It's the God's area. With the person's goodness, if I can learn something very good. If the person does not have goodness, I develop my daya and kshama and egolessness and live with the person and move ahead in the next arena of your sadhana. I have not taken charge that because he is my son, therefore he has to be good. He is my husband, therefore he should be very good. This is only attachment playing into picture actually. When you are obsessed with somebody that he should do like that, he should not do like that, then it's a sign that I am too attached to the person's negativity or positivity. I have done it and that's it. You know, Gurudev was talking to Siddhvadi. The new brahmacharis were there. And then he told, don't try to change anybody. Because brahmacharis are new, they thought, I'll go in that center, I'll start this project, that project, and I'll change a whole committee, and this I'll do, that I'll do. And youngsters, they have their own fire. And then Gurudev added one line, did you change because of me? So more experienced you are, more you will be accepting the person without changing him. More inexperienced and immature you are, more you will reject the person. The very sign of maturity is that we accept the person as he is. After that we will change, or we will see what you can do, what she can do, what I can do, how much we can do there. But don't think things will automatically happen, some miracle will happen. People are sometimes very difficult. System does not change. How much you try, people do not change. Our nature doesn't change so easily. Why to try for somebody else? We are models. That how difficult it is for us to change. After doing sadhana, etc., also, after doing so many things also, it's difficult. So those who don't do any sadhana, those who are not in this path, those who are not have read Gita, etc., how much they will change? Why you are expecting something impossible? Accept the person as it demonstrate through your own. I went to somebody's house and that wife said, Swamiji, what you teach in Bhagavad Gita, my husband is that. 35 years he has not once got angry or raised his voice. So when you hear such things, such people are also there, in this world are there. And I have learnt more from him. Some people, they have a lot of takeaways from them. You live with them or you hear from them, there is a lot to take away from them. When you meet and you go out, you have a lot to think about them. A lot of good thoughts are there when you move out from them. So that we have to do. If the person is not changing or he has not changed, you love them and develop your inner qualities more. So no need to get bitter or heartache or disappointments, and never mind. Let me tell you one thing. If you have 1% out of 100 is pure, he will synchronize the place. If not wholly, to a certain extent. 1%. It doesn't matter how many people are there around him. Udiya Baba was there, so many times dacoits used to pass while he was walking on the road. Dacoits who used to loot and kill. And one was there, his gang went away. He offered namaskar to Baba. Well, Baba, Dandavat Pranam. He said, where are you going? He said, I am going to loot. Why should I lie? He said only two things, don't touch children and women. And by the time he went, the dacoits already had looted and ransacked and kidnapped that girl of that chief person. Then because he said, I'm late, now you have to go back and give back, because I have given words to that saint there. I will not say no to him. So certain things are there, and ultimately the gang went and gave back. So if purity is, certain purity is quite high in your life, it will definitely change the system. as long as you are there. But after you, what will happen to the system? Who will be there? Same Ayodhya, Lakshmanji went away, Bhagwan Ram left to his dham, and what happened to Ayodhya today? So no system will be as very great for a long time. There's the flow of Maya. You have come here to chisel your ahankar, to get your purity, to learn how should I be more softer, how if I was more softer in my life, if I had less ego, if I had less hatred, if I had less, I would have gone more ahead in my life. It is to learn from people around, from my experiences, and nobody has to be changed here. People are a mirror for me. Seeing them, I should know what I should have done. And when you see your face, you don't fight with the mirror. You don't hit the mirror because the experience seeing the mirror was not good. It's a mirror. Every person is a mirror. It is not to do something to the mirror after that. It's like that only. It's like ऐसा ही है तो वैसा ही है. ये तो ऐसा ही है. चलो भाई, next question I will go to, but be always soft because that alone will help you in your sadhana. How to apply Gita ji teaching in our daily life? See, this is only one line question is there. Fifth question I'll see later on. Fourth question. Fourth and fifth are एक ही हो गया. So how to apply Gita teachings in the daily life? Gita teachings is, in very short, you cannot just apply in one line, but how to apply depend upon what is my station in life. You are grahast, you are sannyasi, you are a vanaprasthi, you are a husband, you are a wife. What role is there? But simplest thing what a common person should know about the Gita teaching is that learn to accept reverentially what in your life, what cannot change, and try to work hard on the mind which can change a lot. We can change our mind a lot. It's a big area of where we can function. I can force my mind to get up in the morning. I can't force somebody else's. I can force my mind not to have anger. I can take some rules in my mind that you should do like this every day. Don't work in non-workable area and don't sit quietly in workable area. Where you cannot change, accept it with joy. इसी को कर्मणि एव त्यधिकार मा फलेषु कदाचन. योगस्थो कुरु कर्मणि संगम त्यक्त्वा धनंजय सिद्ध सिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा. What situations are not there to give you something external, try to get a high thought from any situation. Gita wants to make you, the development of the thought is very much important than development of a situation. Which thought this person has developed in your mind? This situation has developed what thought in your mind? Supposing X situation comes. It is a situation of insult, supposing. Or situation of poverty is there. Or situation of something is there. Which thought this situation has developed? It has developed thought of anger, thought of misfortune, thought of grace, thought of love. So Gita says develop a higher thought with every situation, any person you interact. It is more a thought expansion process rather than a situation expansion or situation changing process. Okay? So develop some good thought of dispassion, devotion and knowledge. 3 thoughts Gita wants to develop. DDK. Not DDV. DDV is Drigdish Vivek. I was in Indore and one boy came. Today we have VCM class. I did not know at that time that it means what? And Vivek Chudamani. He was engineer. So in the engineering, they're habituated to abbreviate like that and use the words. We don't have BFCM class. Then when we will have DDV class? Dritish Vivek, DDV class. आप भगवान को अपना thought develop करो and you check with everybody whom you think about. Your mother, your father, sister, or whom you don't like. With this person who came in my life, on this situation, which thought I had in my mind? Hatred, anger, passion, dispassion, or bitterness, or grace, or surrender. We are not unconsciously, that thought gets developed in our life corresponding to that person. And what happens, that thought will not live till the last date of my life. And when we'll pass away, we'll pass with that thought, that thought will give again a corresponding person to that thought. Thought will become a person. So thought of hatred will become a person who will be around me to hate me. Because my thought got crystallized into the person. And thought of love will become a person to love me. So Gita wants to develop a thought of dispassion, of devotion and of knowledge. It does not want to fight with the situation. Bhagavan does not want I should get very attached to certain issues, certain persons, certain actions also. Wherever attachment is there, wherever anger will come, sorrow will come, what is it called? Disappointment will come. I don't have it. It's fine. It is like that. I'm not very happy because this work was done. Neither I'm very sad because this work was not done. I'm doing it for the God. And Nishkam Karma means the karma where there is a higher goal. That is called Nishkam Karma. Nishkam Karma doesn't mean desireless action. Very high desire is called Nishkamta in Bhagavad Gita. Work for some very high desire and remain detached from this whole panorama of this. Why? Because that thing will enter our mind and play. When detachment is less, the smallest issue will become very big and make me very angry or sad about that something. And that issue which is disturbing you, it is no issue for anybody. It is a laughable matter for somebody else, which is very disturbing because only I am attached. Everybody is enjoying. Everybody is enjoying. Nobody is disturbed by the presence of this person. I am only disturbed. Or nobody is excited about that person. Only I am very excited. Sometimes, some person bring a new person who here to talk. For every statement they say. And keep on telling him, because ka matlab ye, this is the meaning is there. And if I say one line, good line, he's so obsessed by that, he doesn't keep quiet. Bole, dekho. He is more interesting that this person should be very impressed with me and, and he should think satsang is very important thing in life and it is very good Swamiji speaks and he wants to impose that idea on that person. He's constantly restless on that. He's so attached. He doesn't want that. See, bola tha na, likh lo usko. Likh lo usko. Haan, likha? Ye likha. Swamiji said like that, love all, acceptance that where bitterness is not there. Right? Likha na? Haan, suno. Kahe ko itna? And next day that person doesn't come. Interesting thing is, that person whom iska chehra purja utara rehta. And anybody comes, he's on the door dekha. That person, he keeps on saying on the door that he may come, he may not. वो नहीं आता, बहुत गुस्से में रहता है फिर. This world is a different place. Don't get so obsessed by anybody. आप आगे बढ़िए, आगे बढ़ते रहो, चलते रहो, डिटैच रहो. भगवान ने बोला कर्म से डिटैच रहो, लोगों से डिटैच रहो. असक्त बुद्धि सर्वत्र. कितनी बार भगवान ने बोला? हाँ, असक्त बुद्धि सर्वत्र. एवरीवेयर यू शुड बी डिटैच्ड. नित्यम च समचित्तत्वम इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु. Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukha doshanudarshanam. How many times Bhagavan has said, Nirmamo nirahankara? Oh, aisa kya? Don't get very serious about this thing and that thing. It is a way, it is like that. चलते रहो, आगे बढ़ते रहो. ऐसा हो जाए, वैसा हो जाए, ये हो जाए, वो हो जाए. Don't worry, it's like that. Be happy. And be devoted to God because He alone is the one who will take you further. I told you, third area was there where God comes with your prayers. So that area is there. And knowledge, that is the moksha, as we will see. Now another question is there. Puj Guruji, Swamiji has said many times that we should not mix bhakti and Vedanta sadhana. As a low-level sadhak, trying to focus on karma yoga, how should I approach our Vedantic studies? As in what way should an entry-level student of karma yoga think of Vedanta, Shravan and Chintan that we do? Thank you so much. So first is that people should know Vedanta. Because unless sadhanishta is there, sadhanishta will not be there. You will not know karma yoga unless you know what is the meaning of the goal, liberation. Understood my point? So it is not that if you don't know what is the liberation, what is meaning of liberation, what is Atma, what is self, then you can't perform karma yoga. You will not know the meaning of purity of the mind and why we should need the purity of the mind. So first, to know the purity of the mind, why should I be pure? Why should I do karma yoga? Then they say to become pure. But why should you become pure? So that you can have devotion. Why should I have devoted? So that, you can get the teacher. Why I need teacher? Ultimately, when you know that what is the meaning of moksha, then only you will become a karma yogi actually. Sadhya nishtha will not be there, sadhan nishtha will not. If you don't know where you have to reach, then you will not be focusing which gate number you have to go. Because you have a ticket and you have to catch the flight to Mumbai or to Johannesburg or to San Francisco or to Rome, to Italy, supposing you have to go there, then you are more focused which is my flight number, and you say gate number 48 or 42 or 12, whatever is there. If you are not too attached to that goal where you want, then your attachment to that gate also won't be there. So without sadhanishta, you don't know where you have to go. I have to get out of my cycles of birth and death. You will not be serious in your karma yoga sadhana. Therefore, I always say, somebody who is not a seeker, he will not become a good mission member also. Why will you serve? Why will you serve? Serving is for what purpose? This is one point. Second point is, one who is a karma yoga student, this is the only thing what he should do while knowing the Vedantic study. And therefore Gurudev had this Vedanta course so that you can know the sadhya and sadhan. After that your sadhan may be different, somebody's sadhan may be different. But maximum people are not fit for Vedantic sadhana. This is what my experience is. 99.9% students, those who study Vedanta. If you study Vedanta and you are not, because you are not fit, because I am bhokta and karta, then you will never be able to penetrate, I am the seer of the bhokta and karta, because you are already very strong enjoyer, sufferer. Then how can you see that sufferer and enjoy? That personality is very strong in me. If I am a demander, that means I am somewhere, bhokta is there, or I am karta is there, or my hankar is there, or kam is very high, or buddhi in something wrong is very high, then those thoughts will so much flutter around you, it won't allow you to take a thought of I am Brahman, or I am Chaitanya, or I am Drishta. So only thing what you will do, you will listen and you will talk and the topic will be over. It will not sort your sorrows out, in short. Vedanta will not take your sorrows out if you are unqualified student of Vedanta. To tackle this karta and bhokta, we need a karma yoga and bhakti yoga sadhana for a very, very, very long time. to tackle the ahankar, rag, dvesh, because they are like a big fringe standing between me and the world. I don't see the world as it is. Everybody lives in the ashram, but everybody's perception about other person may be different, depending on my attachment, my aversion, etc. So tackle that and dilute that, we have to go through a certain process the mind has to be put into. And then only I will be fitting into diving into Vedantic sadhana. This is what my experiences show. Therefore, Bhagavan has said many times in this Bhagavad Gita also that those who are in the Karma Yoga, those who are in the path of Karma Yoga Sadhana, Lokesmin Duvidha Nishtha Pura Prokta Mayanaka. There are two Nishthas are there. Nishthas mean lifestyle. This is the lifestyle. You are not fit for Gyan Yoga lifestyle, thinking that I am Chaitanya, I am Brahma, or I am seer of this body, Mano Buddha Chitta Ahankar Chittani Naham. You cannot see for a long time because you have very strong tendency to work or to get the fruit of action, to get affected by the situation. Geya sanitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati nirdvandvo hi mahabaho sukham bandhat pramuchyate. So, देखो geya sanitya sannyasi yo na dveshti na kankshati, who doesn't hate and who doesn't desire. So tough conditions are there. Nirdvandha, who is not affected. Then he can go yog yukto vishuddhatma vijitatma jitendriya sarvbhutatma bhutatma kurvanna pinalipyate. Therefore, one who has practiced the karma yoga sadhana of attitudinal change, he is constantly doing attitudinal change. Karma yoga means we are repeating that attitude should be of surrender. Let us accept this, let us give it up. Let us, this is a prasad of the God, but he was saying such a hard word. So let us prasad of the God is there. But this very bitter prasad is there. I had to take a very bitter pill I had taken. It is a bitter prasad. Chalo accept kar lo, jaisa hai. It is an attitudinal change. You are practicing for a long time. You may be working outside. काम कर रहे हैं, you are thinking, no, this is for the God, this is for even if I did not get any credit, it is fine. Lord knows me, what my intentions were. I don't want that, I don't want anything. I have no animosity towards anybody. Let everybody be happy, let everybody go ahead in their life. Let everybody progress. Somebody was in Vibhuti, he asked this question, this sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, how is it possible? I said, it can never be possible. This prayer is not for making anything happen. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, let everybody be happy. Sarve santu niramaya, nobody will have any disease. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, all should see very good thing. Na kaschid dukh bhag bhavet, nobody should be having the recipient of sorrow. I said, this is not possible even in Satyug. He said, then why this prayer is there? I said, for evolution of our own self. When you say like that, you are expanding your own harm. That is the purpose of this prayer. This is impossible. सर्वे कहाँ से हो जाएगा? तो जितना भी सर्वे कर लो, ये सर्वे कभी नहीं होगा. So this is not possible. कर्मयोग में आप एटीट्यूड चेंज कर देंगे. ठीक है, हमको नहीं मिला. And I see that many people, I go to so many centers, one person is doing everything. Everything he did. Getting the person for samashti bhiksha he will do. Printing of the flyer he did. Printing of poster he did. He donated. His name was missing in vote of thanks. Not deliberately, by mistake. So I said, Are your name is kya farak padta hai? I told him not to take my name. I don't want anybody should know me that I have done it. देखो एक बात में उसने सब बोल दिया. बोले only thing I want you please come again and be happy with me. हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए. I mean, what you practice, people are insulting somebody. Somebody shouted like that. Why you did like that? The president of this mission shouted on that person. Why did like that? He kept quiet. कुछ बोले नहीं. never mind, it होता रहता है. Main thing is the egg should be fine. Why should I disturb others by reacting to this person? नेचर है, कोई बात नहीं. बड़े हैं, हमको डांट सकते हैं. He said I am 45, he is 60. It doesn't matter. तो हमें दिखता है कहीं कहीं people have such an attitude. It's an attitudinal change where you are seeing it from the lens of a devotee and not from the lens of my ahankar. Slowly when you practice it, what happens? That any hard situation doesn't have any play because you don't have a reactor and transmitter of that situation who takes bitterly and spits bitterly. That is not in me now. That reactor is not there. So when I sit quietly, nobody comes in my mind to disturb me. There is no fringe. There is not a jumble of thoughts are coming about this has happened, that has happened. Arurukshor munir yogam karma karanam uchyate. He has mastered himself. And therefore in the ashrams there are a lot of sevas were prescribed earlier. Not for 1-2 years, for 20 years, 30 years. You heard child yoga only 30 years, three times. Indra had gone. 40 years they are wiping the dishes, cleaning the dishes. Only this purpose was there that your attitude should not become, so that you can't enter into ayogyata of Jnana Yoga. So if you understand Jnana Yoga, it is no big deal. If I talk on Jnana Yoga, no big deal. I can write a book on Vedanta, no big deal. Point is, where is my meditation standing? Do I see whole world in me and world in or me in whole world or not? This is the litmus test of Jnana Yoga. Sarvabhutatma bhutatma kurvannapi na lipyate. If that is not there, while listening I am very happy, but moment the class is over, that means other thoughts were not there. Shama, dhamma, titiksha were in very less quantity. It was deficiency of shama, dhamma, titiksha, shraddha, vairagya are very less quantity. Therefore I am very affected by you. You said like you did not do, I did all the work, you did not talk about. All these things said that there is much has to be cleared up before I can glide high into Vedantic text. And most of the students don't understand this process. They only understand Vedanta and they don't are practicing for coming to the portals of Vedanta rather. Their confinement is understanding and maybe listening or talking. Thus, but not imbibing and preparing for the higher flight. That is the biggest blunder which I have seen of the Vedantic students. So what happens? There is no Jnana Yoga sadhana and there is no Karma Yoga sadhana as said. So it is a befooling myself that, who does Swamiji all these things? I am the non-doer. So you do something wrong and then you use such thing. Well, I am Brahman, I did not do anything. Ye kya baat hui? Then he is also Brahman who did wrong. Then you should not hate me, please. It's a very slippery path. I think at every moment somebody should hold me and show this is the way. You are slipping on this area. So Karma Yoga is an attitudinal change. Bhakti Yoga is a focused attempt on loving the Ishta Devata. And Jnana Yoga is a focused attempt on creating a thought of Chaitanya and Brahman day and night. Unless you are focused in one area, you will be creating a mix-up here and there. Either change the attitude towards the people around, don't develop rag and dvesh, don't mix with the worldly people attitude, or you develop a love for the Lord. Second stage, develop a lot of love for the Lord and say, I love you a lot, do a lot of jap, lot of puja, lot of dhyan of the Ishta Devata. Abhyabhicharani bhakti has to be created. And after this two cleansing process, one removes the vikshep, other removes the rag dvesh, one focuses the mind. And when this tendency to go inside will come by practicing bhakti, then you can easily practice Aham Brahmasmi there. Because there is no vasana to force me to go out in the world. Or I should react if I have got something bad from somebody. Or ego should not grow up if I have got something very good from somebody. Because I have trained myself to think like that. Okay. This was just a start. Tomorrow other questions will be taken up, and day after tomorrow will be yagna. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. 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 Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda, Shri Krishna Govinda. He Nath Narayan Vasudeva.